Leaning in. Hey folks. In today's exciting edition of Some Guy Talks to His Webcam, I want to talk about chaos. And making friends with it. You know, it scared me just to say that. I've realized that being raped when I was 4 years old put me in basically permanent flee and hide mode. And that meant that I became a pathologically safety-oriented person. Safety above everything. Even my own life force, my own will and drives and desires and pretty much everything passionate in the world, you know, even anger. Kind of all on that same fiery circuit. And when you're safety obsessed, it smothers you. And my response to this essentially state of permanent background panic has been to isolate myself, to essentially not have a life, to cut myself off from practically everything natural, all to create this unnaturally stable and ordered life. My life has extremely few surprises in it. Every day is exactly the same. Every impulse is essentially strangled, except for those that fit in this little narrow existence of me. And this is all at the beck and call of my anxiety. This is all to reduce my anxiety level down to minimum. I won't say I'm ever completely not anxious. Well, maybe when I've got a Xanax in me. But my usual non-Xanax existence, there's always fear in the background. Even if I'm hanging out with my friends, which is probably when I feel the safest in the world, there's still an active sliver of anxiety in there. That's no way to live. You can't live by fear and actually be alive. And so it's got me thinking about chaos, you know, and having a less ordered, less predictable life being one of the prices I'm going to have to pay if I want to actually resurrect myself, if I actually want to become alive and driven and enthusiastic and ambitious and, you know, whole, or something approaching it. At least a bigger fraction. Like I said at the beginning, even just thinking about the idea of a more unpredictable life, my mind automatically tags that as a bad thing in my brain. That would be terrible, it says. Assuming that less order can only be bad. No wonder I find it so hard to live, because, I mean, that's an irrational assumption. I mean, if I suddenly became a billionaire, that would also be chaos into my life. That would also make things a lot less ordered. But I'd be having a heck of a lot more fun. Yeah. I think in order to lower my barriers, I'm going to have to finally pull the trigger on using Xanax in other areas of my life besides my once a week kinsman thingy. And using that to get over my anxiety, to get things done. And I'm going to have to just like open myself to more possibilities, to try and squash that voice that wants everything to be hyper predictable and safe. Because, you know what? At this point in my life, safe is easy. How about we go for interesting, stimulating, life affirming, something? Because, despite what people say, you can be too safe. Guess that's all from me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye.